Hi, I'm Walter Andrew Wongren.
And I'm James C. Wongren, CPA. I literally wrote the book, Do-It-Yourself Tax Representation Before the Internal Revenue Service.
What do you think about puffery made by tax relief companies you see on TV and hear on the radio?
Well, I think that if you respond to one of these cable television advertisements, you're likely to get a telemarketer who's going to have a high-pressure sales technique to try to get you to get into an offer and compromise tax solution.
Do you have any warnings?
I do have a warning. You want to be very careful that you don't get talked into signing up for an offer and compromise tax solution where you're paying $5,000 only to discover that your offer and compromise is rejected, which happens 75% of the time, and that then you were given a solution of submitting an installment payment request form, which you could have done very simply on your own.
Who is authorized to represent you before the Internal Revenue Service?
You can represent yourself before the Internal Revenue Service, and the Internal Revenue Service has actually went to great efforts to see to it that you are able to actually do that. They have some very favorable processes that allow you to represent yourself. However, as far as professionals, the only professionals that are actually authorized to represent you are an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent.
How do you view the role of a CPA and your book in tax relief?
I think in any do-it-yourself project, it's very important to have the correct tools. And that's the way I view my book and a CPA. They are tools that can help you through your own do-it-yourself process of representing yourself before the Internal Revenue Service. In fact, I find myself referring to my own book a lot of times when I'm representing a client. A CPA can be very beneficial in helping to review the forms or information that you are going to present to the IRS. It's a good idea to have a CPA check these forms and information prior to presenting them to the Internal Revenue Service.
Do you have a tip on how to use the book to avoid being taken in by puffery?
I do have a tip, and that tip is to simply submit the installment agreement request form to the Internal Revenue Service. If your installment payment is approved, it's almost a sure bet that your offer and compromise would have been rejected.
What is in the book?
The book has 15 chapters, and each chapter contains my tips, my secrets, and a question and answer section. In addition to that, there are references to the Internal Revenue Service forms and publications in regards to the particular area of tax that the chapter is dealing with.